Good morning, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am. कैसे हैं?
A very fourth speaker, we have Cadet Sanandra M. from Shiva's House. And the fifth speaker, we have Cadet Namtoiba from Declamation. And the eighth speaker, we have Cadet Wanted from Ramana. And the ninth speaker, we have Cadet Brandis from Declamation. And the 10th speaker, we have Cadet C.H. Eric from Natalia. And the 11th speaker, we have Cadet Janet from Shivalia. Last but not the least, as the 12th speaker, we have Cadet Dipchendu from Ramana. The parameters of the competition are gesture 10 points, delivery 10 points, pronunciation 15 points, confidence 15 points, a total of 50 points. At the end of 2 minutes, a warning bell will be given like this. At the end of 3 minutes, the final bell will be given like this. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you the judges of today's event. Principal Ma'am Asa A. DCT Maths, Sir Vanu Pratap, DCT Social Science. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to commence today's event, I call upon the first speaker, Cadet L. Hantras from the Task House, at the Parliament of England in 1940.
Of the nation. 3 party leaders have agreed either to serve in the War Cabinet or in the High Executive Office. 3 fighting services have been built. I consider it in the public interest to suggest that the House should be summoned to meet today, form an administration, and scale
It is natural to man to indulge in the illusions of hope, but stays the part of wise men engaged in this race for liberty. Are we disposed to be among the number of those who are having eyes, say not, having ears but dare not to think, with so nearly concerned their own salvation? I know no way to the future by the past. And judging by the past, I wish to know what there has been in the conduct of this British ministry for the last 10 years. Justify those hopes with which gentlemen have been pleased to comfort themselves in the house. Is it an insidious man with which our petitions have been leadership? Does it not, sir? Suffer not yourself betrayed with a kiss. Ask yourselves, are pleas and armies necessary to evolve love and reconciliation? Gentlemen, has Great Britain had any enemy in this water of the world to go for all this accumulation of navies and armies? No, sir, she has none. So we try argument. Sir, we have been trying that for the last 10 years. We have done everything that could be done to avert the storm, which is now coming on. However, petitions have been disregarded. We have been spurned with contempt for the foot of the throne. In vain, after all these things, may we indulge the hope of peace and reconciliation. There is no any room for hope. If we wish to be free, we must Thank you, Mr. Now I call upon the fourth speaker, Kiran Bedi from Shivaji House. He was famous as Martin Luther King Jr. He was an American Baptist minister, activist, and political philosopher. He gave this speech in August 28, 1963 at Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C.
Great American in whose symbolic shadow we stand today signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves who have been shared in the flames of withering injustice. It came as a joyous daybreak to end the long night of their captivity. But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free. 100 years later, the life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. So even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that my vulnerable children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day, down in Alabama with its vicious races, one day right here in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with the white boys and white girls as brothers and sisters. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted, every hill and mountain shall be made low, the rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight, and the before the Lord will be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is the faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to walk together, to pray together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. So if so every loud freedom to ring, where we lay ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of our black children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Muslims and Catholics will be able to join hands and sing in the words of all Negro spiritual. Free at last, free at last, thank God Almighty, free at last.
Now I call upon the fifth speaker, Kiran Bedi from Interhouse. He was famous as Shashi Tharoor. He is currently serving as a member of the Parliament, Lok Sabha, and is also a civil servant. He gave this speech during a debate at Oxford Union on 23rd May 2015.
Namaste. Madam President and gentlemen, ladies of the House, I'm standing here a few minutes ago. We had researchers challenging the very idea that could be argued that the economic situations of colonies was actually worsened due to the experience of British colonization. Well, I stand to offer you the very Indian example, researcher. India's share of the world economy when the British arrived on the shore was 23%. But by the time British left India, it was down below 4%. Why? Simply because India hasn't governed for the benefit of Britain. A British rise for 200 years was financed by civilization in India. Meanwhile, colonists like Robert Clark brought their northern walls in England to the seas of Jews in India, while he kicked the Hindi word into their dictionary as well as the heavens. And the British had the gall to call him Clive of India, as he belonged to the country when all he really needed was to ensure that much of the country belonged to him. As others have said on this proposition before, violence and racism were the reality of the colonial experience. And no wonder the sun never set on the British Empire, because even God himself couldn't draw a sacred in the dark. The truth here is that we are not
As far as I'm concerned, the ability to acknowledge the wrong that has been done to simply say sorry will go a far way longer than some percentage of GDP in hand. What is required, seems to me, is accepting the principle that reparations are owed. Personally, I'll be quite happy. It was one more year for the next 200 years after the last 100 years of Britain and India. Thank you very much, Madam President. Thank you.
Thank you, now I call upon the sixth speaker, Kiran Bedi from House. He will be declaiming a soul's belief. He is a PhD scholar, author, motivational speaker, and an influencer. He gave a speech at a national level speech competition in Mexico on 3rd October 2017.
Good morning to the people of 21st century. Welcome to this world where life taking secrets are sold everywhere. And life-saving sanitary pads, they're sold stacks and stacks of cases while I'm in course. Piles and piles of rubbish walk around here. We are in a state of mind where our minds are in a dingy, dark dungeons. Is this the world? Is this the world that Adam and Eve taught? In the primitive times, we fought each other, we kill each other to show our strengths. But I see no difference. I see no difference. All I see is people found new ways to kill, better ways to live. Swords have turned guns, arrows have turned into missiles, and well, women have turned into wealth. We are in the world where humanity is not existing anymore. Raise your voice against injustice. Don't shoot you. Keep out your hands for help. Don't fight you. And you know, throw some money on his face. He'll respect you. And that's the power of money. And that's the reality you live in. Almost 92% of you people lives in psychometrics, where your life is so limited. Your life is so limited. Your entire life income can be calculated in just a few minutes. And we'll look. The remaining 8%, they earn your lifetime income in just a single day. Say life is fair. Say life is justice. But just say life is fair. And you are the beggar's son. You survive to eat, not eat to survive. You go to the cold, harsh, merciless winters without hope of just life is justice. The reality is, the rich people count ladders of cash, and the poor people think they're grateful for peace. You know it's justice, right? And also, I have long sleepless nights, and endless thoughts. But my time is still ticking. Tick, tick, tick. And so for yours, the wild utopia that you were dreaming of is turning into dreams of fantasies. Because you dream what you saw. I have a dream, but I don't have any relation. I have a purpose, but I don't serve no master. I have a girlfriend, but she's not my wealth. And I have money, but it's not yours. Long live humanity! Long live money. When you respect humanity, I shall respect you. And even if you're 6 feet deep, I shall worship you. Thank you, Lord. Love you all.
Thank you, Kiran Bedi. Now I call upon the 7th speaker, Kiran Bedi from Interhouse. in the case of telephones, it's up to each and every one of you. My highly trained strategists, my killers will not take no for an answer. My warriors will not hang up the phone until the client either buys or dies. Let me tell you something. There is no nobility in poverty. I've been a rich man and I've been a poor man, and I choose rich every single time. Because at least as a rich man, when I face my problems, I show up in a bag of people wearing a $2,000 suit and a $40,000 gold watch. If anybody here in the crowd thinks that I'm being superficial or materialistic, go get a job at McDonald's, because that's where you belong. But before you depart this room full of winners, I want each and every one of you to take a good look at the person next to you. Go on. Because in the not so distant future, when you're pulling up in a red light, in a bit of old pinot, that person's gonna pull up beside you in a red horse with a beautiful wife by the side. And who you gonna be sitting next to? Some disgusting wallabies with 3 days of vegetable cramming next to the problem full of groceries from the price book. That's who you're gonna be sitting next to. So you listen to me and you listen well. Are you behind your credit card bill? Good. Pick up the phone and start dialing. Is your landlord ready to evict you? Good. Pick up the phone and start dialing. Does your girlfriend think that you are a modest loser? Good. Pick up the phone and start dialing. I want you, and I want you to be able to deal with your problems by becoming rich. All you have to do today is speak those words that I've taught you, and I'll make you richer than the most powerful CEO in the United States of America. Now, I want you to go out there, and I want you to ram Steve Madison's thoughts down the blind streets till they choke on it and they buy 100,000 shares. That's what I want you to do. You'll be ferocious. You'll be relentless. You'll be done for terrorists. Thank you, everyone. Okay, then now now I call upon the eighth speaker, Kiran Bedi from Interhouse. He was a Declamation and Chaplin. He was an English comic actor, filmmaker, and composer. He gave this speech during his act in the film The Great Dictator. Hello. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. The world is full of room for everyone, and the good earth is rich. They can provide for everyone. The way of life can be beautiful and free, but we have lost the way. Cadet Brandeis from Interhouse. He is an American politician, motivational speaker, and also a disc jockey. He gave a speech, "You've Got to Be Hungry," at Atlanta, Georgia's Dome in 1992. Now I call upon the 10th speaker, Cadet C.H. Eric from the House. He will be declaiming as Barack Obama. He is an American politician who served as the 44th President of the United States. He gave this speech on election night as victory speech at Grand Park in Chicago 2008.
To give sons to the cause. It grew strength from the not so young people who braved the bitter cold and scorching heat to knock on doors of perfect strangers, but from the millions of Americans who volunteered and organized and proved that more than 2 centuries later, a government knows the people, by the people, and for the people has not perished from the earth. This is your victory. There's new energy to harness, new jobs to be built, new schools to be created. Our road ahead will be long, our climb will be steep. We may not get there in 1 year or even in 1 term. But America, I have never
get there. And above all, I will ask you to join me in the work of remaking this nation the only way it's been done in America for 221 years, block by block, brick by brick, Kelostan by Kelostan. This victory alone is not the change we seek. It is the only chance for us to make that change. And it can't happen without you, without a new spirit of service, a new spirit of sacrifice. So let us rejoice, a new spirit of patriotism, responsibility, where each of us resolve to pitch in and work hard and look after not only ourselves but each other. In this country, we rise to a goal as one nation, as one people. Let's resist the temptation to fall back on the same partisanship and pettiness and immaturity that has poisoned our politics for so long. And all those watching tonight, from beyond the shores, from parliaments and palaces, to those who are huddled around the radios in the forgotten corners of the world, our stories are single, but our destiny is shared. And a new dawn of American leadership is at hand. God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you. Thank you. Now I call upon the 11th speaker, Cadet Janet from Shivaji House. He will be declaiming as Denzel Washington. He is an American actor, producer, and director. He gave this speech on October 27, 2017 at Dillard University, New Orleans, Louisiana. Everything that I have is by the grace of God. Understand that? It's a gift. March 27, 1975, a woman in the beauty parlor. She said, "Boy, you're going to travel the world and speak to millions of people." Well, I have traveled the world and spoke to millions of people. But that's not the most important thing, success that I had. The most important thing is that what she told me and what she told me that day has stayed with me since. I've kept God in my life, has kept me humble. I didn't always stick with Him, but He always stuck with me. So stick with God in everything you do. Number 2, fail big. Yeah, that's right. Fail big. Today is the beginning of the rest of your life and can be very frightening. It's a new world out there. It's a mean world out there, and you only live once. Don't be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test with 9 dots, and you have to draw 5 lines with a pencil within those 9 dots without lifting the pencil. And the only way to do it is to go outside the box. So don't be afraid to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams. And they ultimately fuel disappointment. So have dreams, but have goals. Understand that to achieve this goal, you must apply discipline and consistency. Because without commitment, you'll never start, and without consistency, you'll never finish. So have goals and have dreams. Number 3, anything you want, the best for the last. Last but not the least, we have the 12th speaker for today's event, Kiran Bedi from Roman House. He will be declaiming as God of all gods. He is an Indian monk, a lifestyle coach. He gave this speech in his ashram at downtown Mumbai.
Anyone who knows what is the most powerful and pleasing expression in the world? With her red sari, golden lining, pearls and jewels, diamonds, it's ready for the ceremony. But her husband said, "My love, I think you are missing something." And she was confused, kya? And her husband said, "My love, your smile." She was blushing, she was blushing. Arey Baba. It is her natural smile which makes her complete. It is her natural smile which makes her special. Not only this, every single problem, every single issues, family, friends, relationships, in this chaotic and confusing world, can be handled universally and universally by a small worthy smile. Today, I want to share a story. I was born at a very young age. When I was a child, I was a kid. When I grew up, and one night, I realized that when I close my eyes, I see darkness. And one mosquito is in my ear singing, "Wakey, wakey." And when I open my eyes, I realize that mosquitoes doesn't sing. They fly like this. When I was a child, I was a kid. When I grow up, I realized that mosquitoes doesn't sing. They fly like this. When I was a child, I was a kid. When I grow up, I realized that mosquitoes doesn't sing, they fly like this. Do you laugh on the same job? No. We don't laugh at the same job again and again. Then why should we cry on the same problem again and again? This is life, people. Problems will come, issues will come, difficulties will come. Whomsoever you are doesn't matter. Funeral clients kills you only once, but anxiety kills you every single moment of your life. Radhanath Swami says, do not take this materialistic world so seriously. The terrible thing that you take so seriously today is going to change tomorrow. That's why I make you all laugh, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, everyone. When I realized that mosquitoes doesn't sing, they fly like this. Thank you.
Thank you, speakers. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of English Declamation competition for senior division. I would like to hand over the mic to Cadet Kartike for further proceedings. I also like to request the participants to please